life, many people get very attached to people or things. And seeing as many times that people we're very close with were in our greatest chapter of our life, greatest moments, greatest state of mind, and we think nothing's ever going to happen. Well, many people, including myself, very mistaken. About 4 years ago, my grandmother passed away from Parkinson's. My grandmother, we had an unbreakable bond. I have 3 different sets of grandparents, as two of my grandparents divorced. However, Gigi was just something special. We were able to talk about many things. We used to always play cards at the dinner table. We would play fetch in the backyard with the dogs. We just had an unbreakable bond, and I thought nothing would ever happen to such a fun time I was having in life. Well, we got the call one day that she had fallen at her nursing home and was not doing okay. Her pulse was dropping. She was having a hard time breathing. And although this had happened before, this was a lot scarier as the conditions were worse. So they ended up getting an ambulance and getting her to the hospital. This being during school days, I had to stay in school and I wasn't able to go see Gigi. It was hard for me to watch Gigi slowly go downhill as she was in the ICU for about a week. And so during that time, I had to gradually get checkups from my mom and see whether she was doing better one day or worse the next. Gigi was a beautiful soul. She was so sweet and kind to many other people, especially those closest to her. I chose this song because one of our favorite pastimes was to go check the mail and roam the streets of San Angelo. She used to love this song and always play it and belt her lungs out to it. And so, after that day when she fell at the nursing home, I had to sit there in the classroom and just think on what things that I didn't get to say, because although I wasn't sure if that would be the last time I saw her, I knew it very well could have been. And so at that point, you start to feel regret. You start to feel remorse. And to this day, I still regret things I never did. Times that I didn't say I love you. But as time went on, and throughout the week, I really knew that I was thinking of Gigi, and that she was going to be in a better place in the event the worst happened. But, of course, about a couple days before she passed away, she was the best she had ever been, the most lively in the past 10 years since she got diagnosed with Parkinson's. And I was like, this is it. She's going to come out of it, and she's going to, beat the deathbed. And I really thought she was going to come out of it. But a few days later when we got the phone call, I didn't know what to do. I was silent for the entire day. And most people that know me know that I'm the talkative, the noisemaker, that type of person. But throughout that whole day, I didn't say a word. I shed one tear, but for some reason, the emotion just wasn't there. And, of course, once we got to the funeral, there was no emotion. I don't know what came over me, but even though she was my closest family member, I couldn't come to break. I was just in awe and still struck about the situation. But as we were driving to the gravesite to bury Gigi, that song came on the limousine radio. And I knew that was her way of letting me know that everything's going to be okay. In life, we take many things for granted, but don't have any regrets. Don't not say I love you when you know you should, because you never know when we'll come to that day of no tomorrow.